My name is Rumbidzo Zhou. I'm from Berengwa, but I was born and bred in Mutare. So I'm sure you'd expect me to speak Karanga, but I speak Samanyika, Chimanyika rather. I should say I think in Shona, I dream in Shona, because that's my first language. Manatsa is two, and surprisingly he mixes, but he speaks more English than Shona, and I blame cartoons. You know, every day I get home and it's like, what happened? Like, where did you get that accent from? And do you even know what that phrase means, you know? So every time I get so amazed at how he speaks English more than Shona.
Have you thought about the language that you'd raise your child speaking in?
Actually, I never thought about it because I thought it would come naturally. At home we speak Shona. I don't even speak to him in English. I always speak Shona, but he tends to speak back to me in English. And that's the confusing part.
You spoke about Kusungiro.
Yes.
What is that? What does it mean? What is the meaning of that word?
Well, there's no actual meaning, but I can try to explain to you the process. Yes. There's no direct translation in English. Masungiro is like when you go back to your parents' house. Actually, you're sent back to your parents' house by your husband or the in-laws in preparation for birth. You can go there in like your 8th month of pregnancy. How would you say it in Ndebele? So my mom was in the States. My sister was graduating with a master's in public health. So I had to stay with my in-laws. It was a new family to me, getting used to new people, and you're not really comfortable around those people. So I didn't get to go home. I gave birth. I was there at the house, and I used to share the room with my mother-in-law. It was kind of weird when I would wake up, she'd also wake up with me too. She would want to see how I was breastfeeding the baby, so that maybe I don't choke the baby while breastfeeding. And I learned a lot of things from her. She was now my kind of maternal mother. You know, when you go for Masungiro, your mom is the one to teach you to take care of the baby the first weeks, but my mother-in-law was doing that role.
So with which child do you do this? Do you do it with every time you give birth? Do you have to go home?
No, it's only for first-time moms. On your second birth, you've already been through the process, so you don't need to go back home again. You know, the first days are the hardest days. You know, the baby's always crying, be it colic, be it irritable. You have to find why the baby's crying. Maybe it's a diaper change, he needs a diaper change, maybe he's hungry. So everything you need to be taught.
But did you have to be umaluazana when you were there? Like Mrora, you actually wake up in the morning early before everybody wakes up and, you know, do the cleaning and cooking and washing. Did you have to do any of those things?
Yes, I had to, because it was like in my mind, like I was in a new home. Yeah. And I'm the Murora there. I had to wake up and do things. Although sometimes they would see that this girl is tired, but I'd want to keep on because I'm thinking to myself, it's my duty. I'm a Murora here. I should cook, I should clean, I should wake up early. That was the toughest part for me, to make myself stop. Okay. Yes. And I have a son, so probably
you don't want
when
your
I have
Malugazane to come?
No, I don't want her to come over. She should go back to house.